Hey everybody, so the recap show is going to do a little bit of a change of pace. I feel like trying to put a single recap for all three games in the same video is starting to get a little bit long, so I want to shorten those videos up. I'm going to be releasing each recap video as its own separate video, and it will still be in the last week from the table feed, but you can just go to the particular game you're following and see the recap for that and not have to slog through all of the other parts of the video. All right, so this is last week in Walker of Waterdeep for session 93. We've already had the recovery of the party from the big fight that they had with Ryusei, the Falling Star, and now they were getting ready to go after Hidetsugu, who was corrupted by the Oni of Chaos. And this is another fight where early on I had been kind of thinking this would be the toughest, biggest boss fight in the plane. But the more I got to looking at the Guardian Spirits, I thought, no, I think that the fight against Ryusei is going to be the big one. So I had to retune this fight a little bit so it wouldn't be too massive fights that would threaten to actually kill members of the party back to back. So what I had designed is I had said that the Oni of Chaos originally was going to inhabit Hidetsugu, and it would be a two-stage fight. That when they fought Hidetsugu and he fell, then the Oni of Chaos would coalesce and they would have to fight it after they had already been knocked down, already had wasted some of their resources on trying to fight Hidetsugu himself. So when they got here, they found both Hidetsugu and the Oni of Chaos on the battlefield already. So it's two separate entities. And Hidetsugu was over on one side looking like he was researching something. And on the other side, there was a big cauldron where the Oni of Chaos was like brewing something. And then all around the battlefield, there was about 10 people, humans, that looked like they were part of the bandits that the party had fought before. And they were all just standing there. And they could tell from a distance that they had something on their foreheads, but they couldn't quite tell what it was. And then as they observed and they watched, they saw that the Oni, from time to time, would dip a finger into this cauldron and then go over to one of these people and just mark something on their forehead. And the person wouldn't react, just would stay where they were. So they were like, what's going on? Something weird is happening here. And they decided, okay, they got their tactics ready, and they went and they launched the attack. Gallibond has a Horn of Valhalla, and he's got the one that's perfect for a barbarian because I believe it's the Bronze Horn of Valhalla that requires you to be proficient with simple weapons. And he rolled really well, and it called forth 12 of these berserkers to help. The way they enacted their plan, he had 5 of those berserkers appear at the cauldron because they were planning to tip the cauldron over and, destroy or, disrupt whatever the Oni was trying to do there. They had 5 go after Hidetsugu and attack him, and then the other 2 would assist Gallibond in attacking the Oni of Chaos. So they all got deployed on the battlefield. Oyahusa went over to assist the 5 attacking Hidetsugu, and I think somebody else, might have been Inka Yelka, went to assist the ones that were tipping over the cauldron. And so they got their initial, the party, I think 2 people in the party, I believe it was Gallibond, had the high initiative, and then Oyahusa had the second initiative, and then the Oni of Chaos had the third initiative. So both of them got to do their turns, and then they figured out what all those people were standing there for. Because the Oni of Chaos has this feature called Oni Possession. And what he does is he shouts out a command and points at one of these people that has this mark on their head. And the soul of that person literally gets ripped out of that person and hurled at one of the Oni's enemies. And of course, the enemy that it got hurled at was Gallibond, the toughest barbarian on the field. And it requires Gallibond to make a wisdom save. And for a barbarian, wisdom is kind of the dumb stat. So he fails his wisdom save. And initially nothing happens. And so the rest of the round goes by. But then when it comes back up to the top of the round, to Gallibard's turn, Gallibond says, here's what I want to do. And I say, no, that's not what you want to do. The Oni of Chaos says, Gallibond, you know, that priest over there, he tried to banish me. I really don't like that. Why don't you go over and whack the hell out of him? Because you are possessed. And until the end of your turn, you're under the control of the Oni of Chaos. And you don't get to do anything except what he wants you to do. So everybody was like, oh crap. Now somebody has taken our big, heavy-hitting barbarian and used his weakest attribute against him to turn him against the party. And so they thought, oh, Shazbot, this is what's really bad about this Oni of Chaos. Now, he was weaker than he was before, so this is still him being weakened. And you know, now you realize he actually has to literally kill an ally to empower this ability, which is a very expensive way of doing things, but he's got 10 of these guys over here. He could do this 9 more times if he's still around for 9 more rounds. Gallibond goes and attacks, and at the end of Gallibard's round, there's no saving throw because the effect just ends at the end of his turn. So, second round, between Oyahusa and the Berserkers, they burn down Hidetsugu, and Hidetsugu is out of the fight at the end of that round. When the Oni of Chaos comes around for his second round, he does the soul thing again, and he targets Gallibond again. But this time, second round, Gallibond makes his save. So Gallibond, on his third turn, is going to be free to do whatever he wants to do, which is good. When Adamant's turn comes up, it's like, well, banishment didn't work on that guy. He cast a spell on Gallibond, basically as protection from good and evil, which basically means that the Oni, which is a fiend, cannot charm him or cannot mind control him. And then Adamant says, all right, Gallibond, there you go. And Gallibard's like, yeah, all right. So then Gallibond was able to jump into the fray on the top of the third round. And we stopped the fight in the middle, and I think we actually stopped at the end of the second round. So the first thing that will happen this Sunday is that Gallibond will have a chance to attack at the top of the third round. And we will see what happens there. I made some changes in this battle. I tuned down both Hidetsugu from what I had intended him to be, and I tuned down the Oni of Chaos from what I had originally intended him to be. Reason being, I said that because the party have already stopped the Kami War, and because they have cleansed the corruption on Ryusei the Falling Star, that has weakened the Oni of Chaos, such that the Oni of Chaos is no longer able to inhabit and control Hidetsugu on an ongoing basis, which means the two of them are forced apart. It also means that because of all the energy the Oni of Chaos had expended in doing that possession of Hidetsugu, both Hidetsugu and the Oni of Chaos are slightly weakened from what they were previously. This is still kind of a potentially bad battle because obviously this guy went into the battle with 10 potential chances to possess one of the party members. All right, well, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope that you all will have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care, and we will talk to you later. Good night, everybody.